In the top stories, National Disaster Coordinator updates on restoration efforts following Tropical Storm Ernesto. Nevis escapes major damage from the tropical storm, and effects of Tropical Storm Ernesto at Reggae Beach Bar and Grill. The details on these stories and more after the break.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Barrage. National Disaster Coordinator Abdias Samuel has provided an update on the restoration work ongoing following the passage of Tropical Storm Ernesto. Samuel appeared on ZIZ Radio on Thursday, where he provided an update on several crucial issues.
Cleaning up are going on in the streets. We have some areas that still have silt deposited on the roads, so that cleanup is happening today, and we are hopeful that by end of the today we should be at least 80% in terms of the infrastructure. Again, please be patient with Skelec. They are working seriously. Some areas, I know people called me up to this morning and said they didn't have no electricity, and I can tell you Skelec is working and working around the clock to make sure, but we have to ensure the safety and security of each member of Skelec.
Samuel discussed St. Kitts and Nevis' ability to endure a hurricane. He expressed a couple of his concerns.
In practices, I am a bit concerned that the storm would have passed, and Elmo stand to correct me, at its nearest point, 28 miles from St. Kitts. Now, GQ, if that storm would have come over us at that strength that it passed, there could have been more damage. I'm concerned that we are not doing sufficient and enough as a people, because the government, we can only do so much and no more to be prepared. We have not had a direct impact in a very long time. And because of that, I think we have had a level of complacency. When we tell you to check your roof, people are not checking the roof. Persons are living in a lot of dilapidated type, right, of buildings, not considering the building practices. I've had some great discussions with the Contractors Association, and they themselves are trying to do as much as possible to ensure that people are building according to standards and good practices to ensure that we don't have situations like this.
The National Disaster Coordinator expressed his hope that Tropical Storm Ernesto will motivate people to take storm preparation more seriously.
I too, just like you, I said to Elmo, if we have to face a Cat 3 to Cat 5, we are going to be in for some trouble. So I hope that this lesson will mobilize people to start to strengthen. For example, it's simple things. Have somebody walk on your roof, check your roof, and wherever the roof needs reinforcing, reinforce the roof. If you need to replace rafters, replace your rafters. It costs less to replace the rafter than lose everything in your house. Construction, when somebody is constructing, talk to them about how strong is this against a hurricane? Ask them, what do I need? Do you need to put some face plates on these things to strengthen it? Different things like that. Make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Samuel mentioned the good infrastructure of our roads, drainage systems, and ports of entry. Hurricane Ernesto is heading for the Caribbean island of Bermuda, having crossed Puerto Rico, where it left more than half of homes and businesses without power. Ernesto, which grew into a Category 1 hurricane on Wednesday, is continuing to strengthen with gusts of up to 85 miles per hour ahead of its expected landfall in Bermuda on Friday. Forecasters predict it could become a major hurricane in the next 48 hours. Premier of Nevis, Honorable Mark Brantley, has expressed relief and gratitude following Tropical Storm Ernesto's passage on August 13th, which left Nevis largely unscathed. Quote, "Now that Tropical Storm Ernesto has passed, We are assessing the damage. Preliminary reports indicate minimal impact, including fallen trees and minor property damage. Thankfully, there have been no fatalities or injuries. We should be truly grateful to God for sparing us the worst once again, end quote. The Premier extended his thanks to the, quote, hard-working public servants, end quote, who ensured the island was prepared and who worked through the storm to restore services where outages occurred. He praised the Water Department for its continuous operation during the storm and noted that Nevlec experienced some interruptions but quickly resolved them. By Tuesday evening, Nevlec had restored power to 99% of the island. Brantley also commended solid waste management workers for their efforts to ensure timely garbage collection despite the adverse weather. Additionally, the Premier acknowledged the private sector's support, which allowed employees to focus on their personal storm preparations. Brantley credited Nevis's resilient infrastructure and the efficiency of its agencies for the island's effective response to the storm. Quote, our response reflects our resilience and the robustness of our infrastructure. Moving forward, we must continue to build on our preparedness to withstand future storms, end quote. Following the all-clear alert from disaster officials, crews from Nevlec, Public Works, Communication, the Water Department, and the Fire and Rescue Services are actively patrolling Nevis to clear roadways and address any utility service issues. The effects of then Tropical Storm Ernesto was felt across the island on Tuesday as heavy winds and rains battered the country. On Tuesday, ZIZ News visited the Southeast Peninsula area to assess the damage and spoke with Angela Percival of Reggae Beach Bar and Grill at Cockleshell. As work continued ahead of the reopening, she spoke of how the weather disturbance affected business.
One of our tents were damaged by the storm. Our beach, as I say again, is filled with seaweed. So there's no beach for us really to put our chairs and umbrellas up. So we have to wait until the tide goes out, and then again we'll be back in business on the beach. The restaurant, it's in operation, but for now, but we won't be ready until tomorrow.
She said she's pleased that there were no major damages and Reggae Beach Bar and Grill would reopen on Thursday.
Some time back we had damages affecting the business, so we had to close for a few days, but this time it didn't do us too badly, but we'll be fine. We had a few tourists that came in already, so we had to tell them that we won't be open until tomorrow. The ferry services, it's mostly people from Nevis and bringing people to go to the airport, and sometimes they do stop here and have a drink. So I hope that by tomorrow they will be back in operation, and as I said before, Reggae Beach will be back in operation.
That was Angela Percival of Reggae Beach Bar and Grill at Cockleshell Bay speaking about the effects of Tropical Storm Ernesto. After the break, St. Kitts and Nevis stands in solidarity with Indigenous peoples, and Honorable Congress Maynard hosts the Icon Roots and Culture Summer Camp. Stay with us.
So get up and unite.
The CPL is back for 2024. And the St. Lucia Kings are hunting for their first title. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com.
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The Cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom. My game is freezing, Daddy.
or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the Cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the Cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
Here are your horses special.
Running August 8th to August 21st.
Now our Value Club Blue Tax specials. Essential Everyday Toilet Tissue, soft and strong, $29.99. Essential Everyday Sliced Cheeses, $8.99. Imperial Margarine Spread, $17.99. Sunny Delight Smooth and Tangy, $6.99. Briar's Ice Cream for the summer, $22.99. Bumblebee Chunk Like Tuna, Water and Oil, $4.49. And now our very low weekly
Value deals. IGR Essential Everyday Mac and Cheese, $2.99. Hunt Spaghetti Sauce, $6.99. IGR Essential Everyday Salad Dressing, $10.99. IGR Essential Everyday Cornflakes, $9.99. Extra Liquid Detergent, $12.99. Ama Deodorant, $8.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
Healthwise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Malik Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
Welcome back. Ambassador Her Excellency Jacinth Henry Martin, Ambassador to the United States and Permanent Representative of St. Kitts and Nevis to the OAS, delivered a speech on Monday, August 12th, commemorating the 7th Inter-American Week for Indigenous Peoples at the special sitting of the OAS Permanent Council. During her presentation, Ambassador Henry Martin said the Federation stands in solidarity with Indigenous peoples in their fight to protect their lands and resources.
The right to a clean, healthy, and sustainable environment is intrinsically linked to the well-being and survival of Indigenous communities. Climate change, deforestation, and pollution disproportionately impact their way of life and cultural heritage. St. Kitts and Nevis, a small state impacted by the ravages of climate change, is seized of the fact that there being only one Earth, we all must share in the equal responsibility to protect and to preserve it. That is why we stand in solidarity with Indigenous peoples in their fight to protect their lands and resources and support enforcement of environmental regulations that safeguard Indigenous territories and the recognition of Indigenous peoples as vital partners in the battle in which we must all be engaged for environmental conservation.
Guided by the theme Empowering Indigenous Communities to Exercise Their Right to Access Free and to Access Justice and to a Clean, Healthy and Sustainable Environment, the commemorative week also served as an opportunity to highlight the ancestral knowledge of Indigenous communities, their role as guardians of the global ecosystem, and their protagonism in the climate change agenda. The second annual Icon Roots and Culture Summer Camp, hosted by representative of Constituency Number 3, Honorable Conway Maynard, got underway on Monday at the Dr. William Connor Primary School. ZIZ News caught up with Vice Chair of Community Activities for Constituency Number 3, Tassana Kelly Johnson, who spoke of some of the activities the children are being exposed to for the week-long camp.
We engage in several activities with our young people of the constituency, activities including dancing, drama, model, confectionery making, masquerade, drumming, and other activities that are part of our tradition and culture as a people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
She added that this year the camp has seen approximately 80 registrants, which she described as a full house.
We do have a full house. They have different activities every day. We have different groups, different activities going on each day.
Kelly Johnson noted that the camp is a way to engage the nation's children in something meaningful by learning about their roots and culture. The Icon Roots and Culture Summer Camp will wrap up on Friday, 16th August. The Grange Nursing Home, situated in Otley's Village, celebrated its 24th anniversary on Wednesday. The Grange has been described as an environment of care, a gated 24-hour video surveillance property set in the 2 acres of serene open space, allowing the residents the freedom to be mobile. Founder of the Grange, Mrs. Patricia Richards Leader, said she is grateful for this accomplishment.
Nursing home situated at Atlees opened its doors to its first 2 residents on the 14th of August 2000. It was a grand ceremony. That opening of doors has created today a household name, the Grange, among us, that is synonymous with good elderly care for St. Kitts and Nevis, for the region, and even internationally. The Grange was originally built. Our first phase was built to house 16 residents. We now have 3 phases, and we can house up to 32 residents in acute, chronic, assisted living, and independent living facilities. And we praise God for that.
She outlined the objectives of the nursing home.
The whole objective of the Grange was to be a template of how elderly care should be given based on the World Health Organization and the United Nations Declaration on Care of the Elderly. And we really do hope that we could continue to be the template of how good care should be administered. I've always insisted that in order to get the best, we need to educate. The Grange now boasts over 50% of its caring staff to have a specialist certificate in dementia care, because that is our rising concern. So most people are dual certificated, which means that they have a certificate in basic gerontology care, which is care of the elderly, but they also have a specialist certificate in dementia care.
Mrs. Leader thanked those persons who have contributed to the success of the Grange over the years.
The job satisfaction has been immense. The friends we have made along the way has been wonderful. And we just say thank you in a very humbled way. We hail out everyone who has been there with us from the start in this journey, those who have joined us along the way, and those who would come and help us as we continue this journey.
The Grange, which opened on the 14th of August 2000, offers nursing and residential care services, convalescent care, daycare facilities for seniors, rehabilitation and complementary therapies, arranged care services for visitors to the island, facilitating training of nurses and care assistants, and more. Coming up in regional news, state of emergency declared in Clarendon, Jamaica, following mass shooting. The details when we come back.
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The Cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom. My game is freezing, Daddy.
or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the Cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the Cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey there, summer lovers. Ready to make your summer unforgettable?
Oh, yeah.
Get down to Horsfort's building in Nevis Center, something summer special, where the heat is on with a sizzling 25% off select items. Fire up the fun with top-notch barbecue grills. Perfect for those backyard cookouts. Dive into savings on swimming goggles, coolers, and inflatable and mini pools. Keep your drinks icy and your days splashy. Relax in style with our comfy summer chairs or float away on our luxurious luxurious floating waterbeds. And don't miss out on our premium gas grills for the ultimate grilling experience. All this and so much more. Head to Horsford's building in Nevis Center, Something Summer Specials today, and catch these hot deals before they're gone. Something Summer Specials, your one-stop shop for summer fun. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back. In response to a tragic mass shooting that claimed 8 lives, including that of a 7-year-old boy, and left multiple others injured in Cherry Tree Lane, Clarendon, the Jamaican government has declared a 14-day state of emergency in the parish. Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced the SOE during a press conference at the Office of the Prime Minister on Wednesday, emphasizing the need to prevent potential reprisals following the deadly attack. According to Holness, intelligence suggests that a very high probability of retaliatory violence, which prompted the swift imposition of the emergency measure. Deputy Prime Minister and National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, who was also present at the briefing, explained that the decision was based on the government's assessment of the high levels of violent crime in Clarendon. Prime Minister Holness assured the public that security forces have been fully mobilized across Clarendon to enforce the SOE and to prevent further violence. He stressed that the measure is not intended to disrupt the lives of law-abiding citizens, but to protect them. Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Philip Davis, has been ordered to take bed rest after apparently disobeying doctors and overstraining himself weeks after undergoing surgery in the United States, Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell confirmed. Mitchell, who is the parliamentary representative for Fox Hill, told reporters that Davis, who underwent surgery to correct sciatica, had presided over a cabinet meeting earlier this week but took an early break. Health Minister Dr. Michael Davil said last month that Davis had successful surgery in the United States after experiencing excruciating pain over the course of several months while standing. But Mitchell told reporters that the Prime Minister may have been overexerting himself too soon after the procedure. Coming up, White House to cut prices of popular Medicare drugs that cost $50 billion yearly. International news is next.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investment. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Skanival, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health. Featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Welcome back. The Biden administration said Thursday that drug price negotiations will knock hundreds of dollars, in some cases thousands, off the list prices of 10 of Medicare's most popular and costliest drugs. The discounts, agreed to after months of negotiations with the drug manufacturers, range between 38% and 79% on the medication's list price, which is the cost of medication before discounts or rebates are applied, not the price people pay for prescriptions. Medicare spent $50 billion covering the drugs last year, and the taxpayers are expected to save $6 billion on the new prices, which do not go into effect until 2026. Older adults could save as much as $1.5 billion in total on their medications in out-of-pocket costs. Administration officials released few details about how they arrived at these calculations. The newly negotiated prices will impact the price of drugs used by millions of older Americans to help manage diabetes, blood cancers, and prevent heart failure or blood clots. International mediators held a new round of talks on Thursday aimed at halting the Israel-Hamas war and securing the release of scores of hostages, with a potential deal seen as the best hope of heading off an even larger regional conflict. The United States, Qatar, and Egypt met with an Israeli delegation in Qatar as the Palestinian death toll from the 10-month war climbed past 40,000, according to Gaza health authorities. Hamas, which did not participate directly, accuses Israel of adding new demands to a previous proposal that had U.S. and international support and to which Hamas had agreed in principle. White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby called the talks an important step and said they're expected to run into Friday. He said a lot of work remains, given the complexity of an agreement, and that negotiators were focusing on its implementation. A ceasefire in Gaza would likely calm regional tensions. Diplomats hope it would persuade Iran and Lebanon's militant Hezbollah group to hold off on retaliating for the killings of a top Hezbollah commander in an Israeli airstrike in Beirut and of Hamas's top political leader in Tehran explosion. Up next in sports, SL Hotspur St. Paul's United beats Development Bank St. Peter's 3-0, and BCCI turns down Women's T20 World Cup. Stay with us.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investments. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sports, SL Hotspur St. Paul's United took Game 1 of the best of 3 finals in the National Bank Group of Companies Premier League after beating Development Bank St. Peter's 3-0 on Sunday. Andre Huey tells us more.
SL Horses St. Paul's United are one step away from winning the 2024 National Bank Group of Companies Premier League after taking Game 1 of the best of 3 finals with a resounding 3-0 win over Development Bank St. Peter's FC. Game 1 was played on Sunday, August 11th at Warner Park. Scoring for St. Paul's, Petrus Williams in the 39th minute, Kalonji Clark in the 65th minute, and Taekwon Warner in the 4th minute of stoppage time. The match was broadcast live on FIFA Plus and Television Caribbean Channel 40 on the cable. Here are the highlights with commentary from Derek Mills and Phil Cooper.
St. Paul's, and it's a shot in that goes straight to Ozal Hajj, and I don't know if he was expecting that, but he gathered that very well. And Teal firing a shot. That one had some movement on it there, Phil. Controls, looking to go on the inside, finds Ness. Ness looking to play on that one for Teal. Teal looking to fire a shot, and it's that one just missing the up right there. Teal with a lovely shot. not being able to get much. Ball played over to the far side. Heads going up. And Lyndon David playing that one off of the line. And it's put in as Petrus Williams putting that one over the line. St. Peter's not able to clear. And St. Paul's going up from 1-0 here. Petrus pointing to that spot where he wants Arnold to deliver that ball. Arnold puts it in high and looking. As you see, Burke picking up the loose ball here. St. Paul's swiveling and turning. Shot coming in, and that one goes wide. Jackie, a leader. And so for him, Petrus looking to throw this ball as deep as possible. Comes in, and St. Peter's not able to clear the lines again. And Kalanji puts it into the back of the net. St. Paul's going up by some 2-0 here. Kevesi coming off his line.
Great defense there by Kirkland Harris.
Yes, and it's a 2-ball here. Cyril looking to fire a shot, and the goalkeeper getting a touch as he puts that one wide. Mentioned something in terms of St. Paul's trying to get a good goal difference. That ball played forward. But we know it's not about goal difference here. Carrick looking to cut on the inside. Carrick firing a shot as that one goes to the back post. And Warnock picks up the loose ball and puts it into the back of the net. St. Paul's going up some 3-0 here. St. Peter's falling asleep and giving up their third goal of the night. St. Peter's goes on the inside. Burke with the ball, and there goes the final whistle. St. Paul's winning this one 3-0 as they will be looking to go up.
After the match, we heard the manager from St. Paul's United, Darian Edry.
The strategy was really to come out and play the St. Paul's style of football. We've always been a team that's really very aggressive, especially being in this position for the past 4 years. So the strategy was really just go out, play comfortable, and play hard.
We also heard from coach of St. Peter's FC, Austin Huggins.
Well, I think we didn't play to go based on our strategy. But I must say congratulations to St. Paul's on the first game. We trained all week and we decided that particular game we're going to push it. We want to get it done in patches. So we just got to go back to training field and get ourselves together.
Game 2 is on Wednesday at 8 p.m. at Warner Park. A victory for St. Paul's will see them seal their 7th Premier League title. A win for St. Peter's, however, would tie the series and force a decisive Game 3, which, if needed, will be played on Saturday, August 18th at 7 p.m.
The Board of Cricket Control India has categorically said no to the International Cricket Council's offer to host the upcoming Women's T20 World Cup in October. It is understood the ICC is likely to take the final call on August 20th. India, ruling themselves out as hosts, leaves Sri Lanka and UAE as the possible alternatives for the tournament, slated to be held from October 3rd to 20th. The ICC is considering shifting the event ever since Bangladesh has been rocked by violence and security challenges in the aftermath of anti-government agitations, leading to several deaths and the dethroning of the Sheikh Hasina government. An ICC official said earlier this week that the situation in Bangladesh was being monitored and all options had been kept open, with the safety of the participants its main priority. And that's it for sports. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
It's okay to party. It's okay to drink. But it's never okay to drive after drinking at a party. Make it a night to remember, not a night to forget. Stay alive. Don't drink and drive. Make the right choice. St. Kitts and Nevis.
And we're wrapping up with a recap of the top stories. National Disaster Coordinator updates on restoration efforts following Tropical Storm Ernesto. Nevis escapes major damage from the tropical storm, and effects of Tropical Storm Ernesto at Reggae Beach Bar and Grill. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Barrage. Goodbye.